Bumps, teases, pre-show edit. This category should demonstrate your ability to tease a story or a show. You can enter one element or a combination of tease elements. However, they must all tease the same story or show. This category is for teases and not stories. Entries must be 3 minutes or shorter. Ready.
Open to a 30-minute special that exposed a gap in the system where criminal defendants with mental illness who judges have ordered civilly committed are instead released while still incompetent to go to trial.
Now, a special report from Carol Levin Investigates.
Tell me anything that you can about the party that's shooting.
I am.
A mass shooting exposes fatal flaws.
I had to tell my kids that mommy's not coming home.
Lack of accountability.
Now we got the finger point game.
Gaps upon gaps.
He's dangerous.
Those needing help.
And he was unraveling.
Not getting it.
He had shot up a bus and killed someone.
Minnesota's legal and mental health systems broken.
Cost of that is human lives.
Carol Levin Investigates. The Gap. Failure to treat. Failure to protect.
Tease for story about gender equity at home.
I had a knife in my hand. I wish I had been a carnival knife thrower.
It just almost felt like a cartoon. It was so unfair.
What the fuck was that?
Material for this open was shot by the team of photojournalists at WEWS. Some is archival in nature as well. This introduces viewers to the significance and hype surrounding one of Cleveland's biggest events in 2021.
Cleveland, you are on the clock.
This is really our coming out party as a community.
All eyes on us as we host the future stars.
This party is underway, people.
Of professional football.
This team is on the clock. This team is on the clock, and someone's dreams are about to come true.
A fitting place to be for a place so steeped in football history.
It all revolves around the state of Ohio.
And at no better time for a city.
Just a great story that's unfolding, in my opinion.
Making a comeback.
Knowing who you are and being true to that is really, I think, what has carried Cleveland through.
Marshall High School's journey to Friday Night Lights.
Welcome to M Block, home of the dark side.
M Block is a brand. M Block is a symbol. M Block is a movement. Every single day has got to be your best day. Throw that!
You got the fast screen over here.
We've got to get better.
What we got, coach?
Hey, this is what you were waiting for, right?
We can start now, huh? All right, let's go.
Character, discipline, and hard work is what I'm built on.
Quick!
Every play, coming fast and hard. You know what time it is, showtime.
Touchdown!
We run on Buffalo Run.
inside a Houston COVID unit as patients fight for their lives.
The people in there, they are very sick.
But unfortunately, she passed away.
It's storming in here.
I'm running on adrenaline. 1, 2, 3.
These people are dying very fast.
We're all they have.
Sometimes I just want to quit.
Begging God to let me go.
She did all the odds. La mejor.
I didn't think it was as dangerous as I thought it was.
This open was edited for our cold case special.
What's the location of your emergency?
Cold cases are cold for a reason.
I couldn't believe it.
I thought we'd live to be old guys together.
He was a hell of a guy.
I think there was a driver, and I think there's the person who did the actual shooting.
A gentleman from down here in the 1500 block met him at that location.
How's he killed?
By multiple gunshot wounds.
Even if they didn't see the shooting specifically looking right at it, they know what happened.
I've often said, you give me the why and I'll catch somebody. You give me the who and it's going to be a lot harder.
Police officer come by my house. They said where he been murdered tonight.
Whether you tell, whether you don't tell, I mean, it's going to be a consequence that... And you have to speak up because, yeah, like the family is never going to rest until they have closure.
And as a friend, what I would say is help us to resolve this. Help us so that this doesn't happen to somebody else.
From a second-floor studio in Zafaria district, Estrada will stay holed up inside his 150-square-foot studio from morning until dusk, cutting, gluing, sewing, and designing his leather-made wares. A variety of wallets, credit card holders, lighter sleeves, toiletries, bags, and keychains. Commanding the wood-burning behemoth is Chad Phuong, a self-taught pitmaster and mastermind behind the Batamong BBQ, a Texas meets Cambodian-style barbecue pop-up serving Southern-style slow-cooked meats with Cambodian flair. In a small kitchen in a downtown apartment, 4 chefs take turns cooking in pairs as they hover over a stove, bumping elbows on Friday nights. It's there in their test kitchens where they experiment with new flavors for their menus, drawing influences from their Filipino, Cambodian, and indigenous heritages. When they're ready, they'll introduce new products to their customers, changing some items weekly. This is The Corner Shop, a Filipino-owned catering business that usually pops up Fridays at Lord Windsor Coffee on the corner of 3rd Street and Cerritos Avenue. Executive chef and owner Carissa Dinteman launched her business with hopes of exposing more people to Filipino food. The Berkman Holiday Home will be featured on ABC's The Great Christmas Light Fight, which means national attention. The house features 80,000 lights, 300 holiday pieces arranged carefully on the lawn, and an entire Christmas village that now encompasses their entire garage.
I use the term OCD, obsessive Christmas disorder.
All right, we've got a family right here in Frisco featured on the Great Christmas Light Fight. We are going to take a tour and shed some light on the Berkman Holiday Home. They've got 80,000 lights here, 300 additional pieces like this. And what's more impressive is what they have inside their home. That's tonight at 10.
I did not animate the 9 News logo, which animates on at the 07 into the open. Otherwise, there were no templates used.
Let me see your hands. Stay in the car. Let me see your other hand. I'm sorry. Let me see your other hand. When I say let me see your hands, you put your hands up. Got them? Put your hands on top of your head. Step out of the vehicle and step away from me, all right?
In Minneapolis tonight, tensions are high as 4 police officers have been fired.
Get out of the car.
I didn't know. Identified as George Floyd. Okay, man. George Floyd calls his death an act of murder.
Once someone has been restrained, they should not be kept prone.
Do you believe people die from this?
I do, yes.
No! On the ground! On the ground!
I don't know what it's going to take to stop this.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I'll get on the ground.
Get him, guys! Get him!
No brainer, it's obvious. And now it's time for the law enforcement and the policing community to catch up.
Don't move. 10-15 off we're here.
Hey! Hey, you good, man? Hey, I don't feel it, man. I don't feel pulse. Yeah, let's he's dead.
die down there, did he? Hope I didn't kill him.
Hey, you with us? Come on, buddy. Chad.
Heard a little breathing.
Hey, Chad.
Chad, wake up, pal.
Start compressions.
Sunrise Bold Open is a pre-show edit for the morning show, which consists of teases for the show.
Now, on Sunrise, campus safety concerns. We hear from one incoming freshman about crime around the U and what the campus is doing to keep students safe.
And as life returns back to a new normal, some people are walking a fine line between having a good time and a problem with drinking. The signs to watch for.
Then history is made in the NFL after a surprise announcement.
I'm gay. I've been meaning to do this for a while now, but I finally feel comfortable enough to get it off my chest.
The defensive end that's sharing his truth and heartwarming reaction we're seeing this morning.
Warmer today, but a chilly start to the day. I'll let you know the next chance for rain, plus a look at the next 7.
Then an intern's big mistake is inspiring support from former interns across the country. We dive into Dear Intern Confessions.
It's Tuesday, June 22nd. KARE 11 Sunrise starts now.
Okay, what have you, judges?
I can go first this time. I thought prone was number 1 for me. I don't know if I should explain stuff later or now, but and then program. I had program number 1, prone 2, and the gap number 3.
My only question with prone, didn't really feel like a tease. It felt more like I was watching the actual story. So I got drawn in. I loved it. It was great. But then I went back and started realizing like, well, these are supposed to be bumps and teases. So I didn't feel like it was a trailer or promo or anything like that until the very last part of it. But I loved it though.
That's a good critique.
I also like those 3. I also liked, and I hate COVID, anything to do with the COVID. God knows, I hope I don't have it right now. But the COVID unit tease, I actually felt like I wasn't being preached to for once. You know, wear your masks, as they say. You know, I felt like I was actually just seeing what was happening. And that felt good to me, as opposed to the Daily Reporter giving me the state numbers and the repetitive doctor from the local health department or whatever saying, wear your mask, it's the best way. And I didn't feel like I was being preached to on that. Maybe that's not award worthy, but that resonated with me as a viewer and as a news guy, that it was just, I was seeing what was happening. It felt kind of raw. But as for a number 1, I really liked prone. The absence of video in places and just reading what was being said, like towards the end where the cops were like, I hope I didn't kill him, or whatever the guy's name, where they're smacking him on the face, it sounded like. Are you there? Come, are you with us? That was really powerful. Without seeing the video of it, just hearing the audio, that spoke to me. Not so much as, I guess I also heard the cop as a human a little bit, as opposed to just villainized, or the other, the arguments. Well, I felt like everybody was just involved in it, and oh shit, it's happening, and that said something. And then a lot of these were really, really strong edits. The audio was clean. Even the ones that I put the audio was clean, which was really nice to see. And who noticed the egg? Did anyone else hear the egg?
Yeah, that
I got
was
all
a rough.
excited about an egg sound. I'm sorry. but that I don't know what that was, but I heard the egg. So if I have 4 to deal with, it would be, well, they're already highlighted. So, but I would say prone or the program is number 1.
Anastasia?
I'm sorry, which was the program one more time? Because that is, I think
The
I got
football.
confused in my notes. I had to take.
That was
I
a
think it
high
was
school football, I think in Houston.
Oh, KHRU. Based on everything you guys are discussing, I'm gonna abstain. I can't. I know who edited the KHRU one.
Oh.
Yeah.
When that started, and the pictures came on the wall. I was like, holy cow.
I know who does that. I'm like, oh, Kyle Porter did that. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I shoot with Kyle Porter occasionally being in Houston, so I'm friends with him. I'm abstaining, as I'm abstaining from prone because I'm friends with Chris Vanderveen. So please vote without me. I was ready with notes on others.
Are you proud that they're in the conversation?
I'm not surprised.
There you go.
I'm not surprised. I looked at prone, I'm like,
Yeah, good.
yeah. I mean, yeah. So I was here, I was like, in case somebody brings up like the barbecue and everything was done by Long Beach people, I'm here to fight to my death, but everything else, you guys are.
So if that's the case, then here are the negatives. Only of the 4 that are highlighted right now. The 2 I didn't see any negatives in prone or program. But in
I feel like Cody did make a pretty strong point about just like what exactly was being teased, or how effectively was it teasing in prone.
I think it may have. I don't know if this is the right category for it.
I don't know if I disagree. That it was long for a tease.
Yeah.
It almost felt like they could have got rid of the middle.
Yeah. So that's why for me, I would have program first.
Okay.
I just thought that was awesome. Like I want to watch that.
Hey, Sean, are we allowed to move something into a better category? Like if this was the Emmy Awards? No? Okay. It's here, it stays. Got it. Do you guys feel like we should eliminate the prone because it feels like it's in the wrong category?
I don't.
Okay.
I would just,
not
of what we watched, I would have program above it.
I like the program a lot. I think I even like the kid when he smiled a couple times, you know?
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to I'm Joe badass football player. He's like, you know, he's being a kid. I like that for number 1. I don't know. The first one, I forget the name of it, The Gap.
Yeah.
The first interview of the guy on the left side of the screen, he was looking left. Wait a minute. He was looking right and he was on the right side of the screen. So it felt awkward because all the action was happening on the other side of the screen.
I can't recall that. What I remember from that was just the 911 sound of the guy reporting himself as being the shooter.
Oh,
wow. But
that's all you remember. Then we'll just move on from that.
No, but I mean, it was like powerful. But Sean, I do have obviously I used to work there as well. So I don't know, what are the abstention rules, I guess?
You know, it's very hard to get 4 judges that haven't worked anywhere. It's just, it's actually impossible. So, I mean, I trust that if you can make a impartial judgment, and if you can't, like Anastasia says, I mean, if you can make an impartial judgment, make an impartial judgment. If you can't, like Anastasia, just say abstain or whatever.
Yeah, I feel comfortable. For me, I would have that 3rd.
Which one 3rd?
The Gap.
Yeah.
So are you all in agreement with program first, prone second, and the Gap 3rd?
Yeah. Do we give honorable mentions or no?
It's up to you guys.
Maybe the COVID unit.
Yeah, the COVID I actually felt it was, you should watch this and you're not going to believe what you're going to see. I mean, that's what I felt, as opposed to telling me what I was going to see and how I should feel about it.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Okay, so then we'll give the COVID unit an honorable mention.